What's good, everybody? It's your boy DMV Frizzy here, and we're back again with another video. Just make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at DMV Frizzy.
Afternoon for football, we welcome you to Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The Bills ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Hammering from the goal line. He loses the football.
Stephon to it. Ben Roethlisberger sacked. Fumble on the
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
makes the score Bills 3, Steelers nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And now running right through him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll dump this one off to Connor. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 29 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Expected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Halftime rolls around. Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Roberts now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and a
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
quarterback sack.
And this is going to be incomplete.
For Devin Singletary.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the press, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
The end of the
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Roberts on the return. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. You got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Their own 34-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 27.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he powers his way up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Roberts now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 27.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
After review of the play.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And that's caught by Beasley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 21 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he's got some space here. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. First down run for Connor, not going to get much. Maybe a yard, second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st and 10 is Connor. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good.
Look how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but it feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Roberts choosing not to